Greetings, this is Chester with the Sampleist, and our sonic journey today is Triumph Audio's Authentic series. These are offerings which currently include both tongue drum and bars. Before we dive in, I'd like to make it crystal clear that the copy of this instrument we're reviewing was graciously provided to us by the developer. However, let me assure you that our commitment to delivering honest and transparent reviews remains unwavering. Our goal is to arm you with all the information you need to decide if this instrument deserves a spot in your musical toolkit. The Authentic series stands out by focusing on smaller, deeply sampled libraries of authentic instruments. This approach not only ensures realism and warmth in every note, but also provides composers with a unique creative edge. With the introduction of tongue drum, Triumph Audio has set a high bar, offering a library that combines ethnic charm with cinematic versatility, all at an accessible price point. Tongue drum brings the soft, warm, and mellow tones of this instrument to life, perfect for layering in cinematic compositions or taking center stage. With 4 distinct articulations including standard, muted, stick, and tremolo, along with the addition of artist-curated patches and rhythmic pulses, this instrument offers a modern cinematic touch to your music. Recorded in Triumph Studios with meticulous attention to detail, the tongue drum library captures the essence of this instrument with unparalleled clarity and depth. Bars is the second installment in the Authentic series, where Triumph Audio expands the sonic palette with a collection of tonal percussion instruments. From the delicate chimes of the glockenspiel to the earthly tones of the tiny marimba, each instrument has been deeply sampled to provide maximum versatility. The innovative mod wheel feature for seamless mic switching and pitch transposing capabilities open up new creative possibilities for making bars a powerful instrument for composers. Like the tongue drum, bars includes artist-curated presets and rhythmic pulses, pushing the boundaries of traditional sampled instruments into the realm of modern cinematic scoring. Both libraries are powered by the photosynthesis engine within a custom Triumph Audio interface, offering an intuitive workflow and additional expressive capabilities through effects, rhythmic manipulation, and output processing. The tongue drum is more compact at 1.1 gigabytes and 79 patches, while bars is more extensive, 3.24 gigabytes with 127 patches. Both instruments require the full version of Contact 5.8.1 or higher and are not supported by the free Contact player. With Triumph Audio's current sale going on at the time of recording this video, tongue drum is available at $44, originally priced at $59, and bars is currently $54, originally priced at $69. Let's now explore the presets these instruments have to offer. Triumph Audio, bars. We're in the Authentic folder, starting there, and we have the Chinese chimes open. Wood mallet round robin is playing right now. And that's why I kind of have the names here within the UI so we can kind of read a little bit. Triumph Audio does a really great job of kind of, labeling how things are within the name itself. This next one is the same thing, Chinese chimes, wood mallet with the soft. And we have the mod wheel blending the sound. Next option here is a roll. Sounds like the mod wheel might be giving us more room in the roll as you increase it. Very common thing with Triumph Audio is they give you this transpose kind of feature. So if I want to play maybe like this C and G here, and I want to transpose it, I can with the key switch to the left of everything here. So that's nice and quick and available at our fingertips. Other alternative is we have this tune knob here in the UI. You can use that to do the same thing. They do override each other, so you're typically doing one or the other. All right, so now we move to the rubber mallet. Yeah, that sounds nice. And here's the roll. Now we're moving to a bowed. The performance of it sounds really great when you hold the notes. You get a lot of movement. It's very, very tasteful. And then we have another folder here reserved for the Time Machine Pro version of the patches. So they're the same patches. The only difference here is with TMP, it compresses and stretches samples in real time, and it's different than the direct from disk approach to, the contact patches. So Time Machine Pro would allow, all your map samples to be played back at the same tempo and their pitch affected versus direct from drive, which direct from drive plays back the sample in real time. So if the lower a sample is stretched and mapped, its tone lowers and slows in tempo. So that's kind of the differences. And then, vice versa. If you go up, then the faster the tempo is. So that's the difference between those two and why you would choose one or the other. We're going to stay with the DFD or the direct from disk, but they sound the same quality wise. Otherwise, they're using the same sample sources. Just kind of application is the difference there. Moving to glockenspiel, we have a similar folder structure where we're using wood mallets, rubber mallets, and bowing them. The sound quality off the bat is excellent. These might be my go-to bell-like instruments going forward when I'm looking for something. These sound really great. They're recorded very rich. They got a great quality to them. I wouldn't be adjusting too much here. I'm going to be kind of using them how they are. And then you have the cutoff filter right in the UI. So if any of those are too spiky in frequency, you can use that and dull them down a little bit. So you have kind of everything here within the engine that you need to kind of manipulate these. Got the rolls here. And then mod wheel, again, you're blending the room. So I'm assuming this is a hairpin where we're crescendoing in and crescendoing out. Yep. And it doesn't repeat, it sounds like. So we hold it and then it'll do one hairpin, and then you'll have to re-trigger the hairpin again by pressing down. That's awesome. Now we have rolls here in the rubber mallet, and then the final one is bowed. It's going to be a little higher in pitch than the Chinese chimes. Yeah, that's great. It's a great option. Next up, we have Tibetan bells. In the name, we see menu, and what that just means is generally one sample per key to showcase all the samples in the set, folder, or library. So in that case, you're definitely kind of using a combination of your keys, and then you got your transpose options at your fingertips. Powerful combination when these menus come up. So here we have the Tibetan and cowbells. So these are pitched. We don't have the transpose feature. You're using that when you're performing it, but also if you really need it, you got this tune available to you, so where you can tune it. And the mod wheel here in this case is the cutoff. All right, moving on. Tiny marimba. Soft round robin. We have rolls and glissando. Kind of depends on the key you're pressing. So that's awesome. This must be the sampled sources for the library for Tiny Marimba, yeah. That's awesome. Now moving into processed, again, we have the Chinese chimes. And then, so this is where Triumph Audio and the team had a lot of fun kind of manipulating these and bending them to their will. And then we get to kind of enjoy the outcome of those sessions. When you open up the manual for bars, they kind of off the bat give you two strong suggestions. One is definitely use the mod wheel. The other one is use all the engines that come with the UI. And I definitely agree. These are packed with tons of ways to add movement to your patches. So you start with the main engine here. This is where you can manipulate your envelopes. You get multiple, so we have filter, pitch, and amp. So over time, you can manipulate your pitch amount just by increasing this a little bit and then setting your envelope. You can do a lot of fun with that. You can adjust your velocity here too based on amplitude. And then filter velocity as well. You have your cutoff. You have multiple low, high bandpass filter options. And then in here where your layers are coming through, typically they come through one here. It's going to depend on the patch. I don't know if I've ever seen a 2 or 3 yet, but you have gain. So this is a little mixer. You can just set up your gain options. You can pan them and you can tune them as well. Effects engine. These are some inserts and send effects dedicated. So we have chorus, delay, reverb, convolution. To the left, you can see they are key switch as well. So you could press B6 on your keyboard and engage, disengage, or delay. With convolution, you have several convolution options, a lot here to choose from, and some really fun ones. I see guitar pencil and nightmare and gliss and radio static. So fun options for sending your signals through. Insert effects are also key switched. You have lo-fi, screamer, distortion, and jump. Saturation over here as well. Here's the rhythm engine. We're gonna see this in work, so I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until we have a fun patch that has a lot of movement. But you have a couple sources here, so you can use LFOs as well for pitch, gain, pan. You have a step sequencer. Filter, you have a similar kind of setup here where you can do filter sequencing. You have 2 of those, and then you have 2 LFOs for filter. A lot of options there for creating movement. Finally, at the end here, you have an output engine. This is going to be a little more global, where you can have a stereo effect. You can affect the transients. You have an EQ, and then you have a compressor. So you can put that at the end and set up the sound kind of globally. The final touches of your patch. So those are the 4 engines that you can use at your fingertips. We'll keep diving into more of these process sounds. Let's do underwater. They've done a great job taking you kind of out of the authentic instrument and into like an otherworldly situation here. We're gonna get a reverse bow here, like a pad. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. We have a very saturated preset here. I like this. They added a rhythmic pulses folder. So if you want to get some movement, it's all within one folder here. And this is what we were kind of waiting for. So now we can see some examples of the rhythm engine being used. We have a step sequencer going here. I'm not seeing any LFO, so we'll wait for that. But then we have a filter sequencer here. Very powerful when you put them all together like this. Some preset options. I believe this is going to be the waveform shape of your LFO, but this also might be, oh, this is a preset. It's impacting everything. So you have preset options for your LFOs. This is really handy. You can add an odd pulse, unsteady saw, so it's kind of changing everything here. And then you add your amount and your rate. And then you can sync or unsync your rate here. That's handy. All right, glockenspiel. Ooh, a little piercing. That transpose can be very powerful. It's like it almost provides an effect in the way it's being played in its own right. Glass harmonica, mod wheel. Grab a couple rhythmic patches, Space Station. Ambient pulse. Tibetan bell. A lot of fun movement with these options. We'll do another one. And the pitch bend does work with these. Sometimes you find a library where it may not, but it is mapped. All right, and then we'll do a couple of these ring out pad. This one works with the mod wheel where you can decide how much ambience and texture you want to put in that reverb. Or you can leave it dry with no mod. Tiny marimba here. This one is clipping a little bit, so it's pretty loud. Got driftwood. And then rhythmic pulses. Awesome. Now let's look at the tongue drum library and its presets. So we're in the authentic folder, so we're going to get the authentic instrument. And this is with the mallets. I see mod wheel is connected to cutoff with this one. So now we can get soft mallets. Muted. And muted soft. Sticks. Sticks soft. And then we get mallets again, but we'll have a tremolo. It's kind of fun to strum the notes with this, and then you get kind of the rhythmic, kind of like rain. Can be tasteful for certain applications. And here's a mod wheel with velocity. I don't know if that's impacting velocity directly. I'm just kind of reading the patch name where we have velocity and mod wheel. All right, so now let's get into some of the processed presets here. Ooh, that sounds nice. Wow. Some great pads coming out of this for sure. I think a lot of folks, myself included, would be already kind of sold on the authentic patches if we need like an authentic instrument. But I got to give this Triumph Audio team credit for these process patches. I'll find myself in these folders maybe even more. That's not how that sounds. That's great. A lot of release on this one. We have a riser downer in here too. I won't play those, but let's get like this. Do this one more here. Moving on to the rhythmic patches. A lot of great movement in these, and I'm getting a variation of it too. There, I mean, we can get subtle movement, but we can also get really uncontrolled movement as well. Just kind of what you're looking for. A lot of fun mathy rhythms here too. Let's do one more and then. Especially here we see a percussion folder, so we can set up hi-hat, snare, kick. I'm curious what that's. All right, so we have a snare and then a kick here. Wow, that's really cool that we were able to add a snare, kick, and hat. So if we need to add any techno to our pieces, we know where to go in that folder. That's really cool. Awesome. So now let's see how both of these libraries work in a piece of music. time to wrap up our journey with some final reflections. Both these instruments are gateways to uncharted musical territories in their own respective nature. Each library, with its deep sampled authenticity and innovative features, offers something truly special for composers and producers alike. The tongue drum, with its soft, warm tones and versatile articulations, brings a unique flavor to any composition. Its inclusion of artist-curated presets and rhythmic pulses pushes the boundaries of traditional scoring, offering a blend of ethnic charm and cinematic sophistication, whereas bars expands the sonic palette with a collection of tonal percussion instruments that shine in versatility and expressiveness. The mod wheel feature for seamless mic switching and the pitch transposing capabilities open up a realm of creative possibilities, allowing us to explore new sonic dimensions with ease. Both libraries exemplify the ethos of the Authentic series to deliver smaller, focused instruments that don't compromise on depth or quality. These libraries serve as a testament to the Triumph Audio's commitment to provide high-quality, accessible instruments for composers seeking to elevate their music with authentic and captivating sounds. In conclusion, Triumph Audio's instruments are more than just sample libraries, they are a celebration of musical diversity and innovation. They stand as a reminder of the power of authentic, deeply sampled instruments in crafting compelling musical narratives. As we eagerly anticipate more releases of the Authentic series, we can't help but be excited about the future of music production and the endless creative opportunities that lie ahead. This is Chester, signing off from the Sampleist, and I hope you've enjoyed this review. If you're hungry for more insightful reviews, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to stay tuned with all things the Sampleist. Until our paths cross again, keep having fun making your music. Cheers.